Now let's look at why Twitter from an advertiser and audience perspective. It's real life, it's real thoughts, it's real time. I'm sure you've tweeted a lot of things like, oh, I just finished the last episode of Insecure, amazing. And because Twitter is what's happening in the world and what people are talking about, it makes our platform very unique, and the people on the platform are what makes Twitter unique, because they're the ones who lean in, they lead the way, and they shape culture. And these people have powerful implications for your business. They are actively driving conversations that shape culture. For example, Black Lives Matter is still going on. Together at Home, Sonko was a conversation for so long. He was even on the Trevor Noah Daily Show. And there are plenty of platforms if you're looking to reach an audience that is in a look at me mode. That's okay, but that's not where things start. And that's not what people do on Twitter. On Twitter, people are saying, look at this. Things start on Twitter because the audience is not made up of passive passengers. They're active, they're driving conversations, and they shape cultures on a day-to-day basis. And this is why the audience is valuable. 3 things that make the audience valuable: their influence, their receptivity, and with this, they drive results for your brands. Twitter connects you with the most valuable audiences when they're the most receptive. So start with them. Let's take a look at what is the Kenyan Twitter landscape like. In terms of our demographic profile, our audience is mostly male skewed, but still has a strong female presence. And the majority of our audience sits between the ages of 16 and 34. They're living in urban areas and suburban locations, if you look at the regions. And these guys have disposable income or the buying power within their homes. And the Twitter audience is about 61% of the total social media users in Kenya. And people use Twitter, 91% use it for brand research, and 65% of the audience on Twitter find out about brands from ads they've seen on Twitter. And on average, we spend about 1 to 3 hours on Twitter. So how do you win on Twitter? There are 2 ways Twitter can help you. You can use it to launch something new or connect to what's happening. Now, when it comes to launching something new, think about how many launches do you have coming up this year? It could be something as simple as a new feature, you've changed the packaging. These are some of the most important brand moments, and it's critical for you to get it right. Only 15% of launches are remembered. Why don't you then use Twitter to launch with a valuable audience that is receptive, and it worked for Heinz.
I don't know if you know about this, but the Heinz company announced yesterday, they have a new condiment, supposedly by popular demand. And that condiment, can we get a drum roll? Okay.
This week, Heinz announced that they're coming out with a new product that combines ketchup and mayonnaise. It's called Mayo Chup.
Heinz tweeted this, a survey saying, want Mayo Chup in stores? 500,000 votes for yes, and we'll release it to you saucy Americans. Right now, it's pretty split. 55% say yes.
Yes, Mayo Chup. A single word that truly captures what our nation is all about.
Mayo Chup.
Mayo Chup.
Mayo Chup. Mayonnaise.
Mayo.
And mayonnaise.
Mayo. Mayo, mayonnaise,
Mayonnaise, mayonnaise, mayonnaise.
Now we have to decide what to use it on or with, or this is all too much.
So on Twitter, good content and campaigns travel extremely fast. It's the whole nature of discovery and sharing that drives this. And because of the live, public, and conversational nature of the platform, one piece of content can be seen by millions of people in a few minutes on Twitter. Further to that, content just doesn't stay on Twitter. We're seeing campaigns appear all over Twitter, on your then 7 o'clock news, on the newspaper, other platforms talking about campaigns. Nowadays, when you're listening to the radio channels are listing the top trending hashtags. They're like hashtag us, let's have a conversation on Twitter. So why wouldn't you want to launch with the most receptive audience? Let's talk about connecting to your audience. There are various ways you can connect to an audience on Twitter. For example, Madaraka Day, Easter, Christmas, all these are opportunities for your brand to connect on Twitter about cultural events that people care about, or it could be sports, it could be music, it could be fashion. And the next slide is a perfect connect opportunity that a Kenyan brand took advantage of.
Through hard work and discipline, he's pointing. Come on, he says. Eliud Kipchoge has the hand of history on his shoulder. He has less than 200 meters to go. Eliud Kipchoge, let's keep an eye on the clock. Into the final 20 seconds. Eliud Kipchoge. Whoa! On his shoulder.
Safaricom saw the ideal opportunity to enable its subscribers and Kenyans to rally behind one of our biggest sports stars. Eliud Kipchoge was attempting to run a marathon under the 2-hour mark, and the run was dubbed Ineos 159. Leveraging Twitter, Safaricom wanted to connect Kenyans to Kipchoge and the rest of the world. They saw an opportunity that would unite the country and connect the brand with a cause all Kenyans would support. It used the opportunity to show that it was behind Kipchoge by redesigning their M-Pesa logo. I'm sure you saw it. It was very exciting. They even did those cool billboards with the new Eliud logo. But you know, it's the M-Pesa logo, but it was Eliud. And they launched the Eliud 159 campaign 4 days before the race. They used a custom emoji that would show up whenever anyone tweeted using the hashtag Eliud159. The emoji became a part of conversation beyond the race and allowed M-Pesa and Safaricom to connect with Kipchoge's record attempt. And the results? 12 billion impressions worldwide. That's really amazing. And an 85.5% positive brand sentiment. I don't think I've ever seen such an amazing brand sentiment, and 1.5 million engagements. Safaricom's hashtag did not just, they took over the sponsor hashtag and they trended in Kenya for 3 days. And additionally, the campaign reached celebrities and global brands joined in the conversation generated by the campaign.